Welcome, everybody, to the Shit I Shouldn't Say podcast.
We in here.
Again. We back.
And we back. So what's going on with everybody, man? We really appreciate y'all checking out the podcast when y'all get a chance. Make sure that y'all are actually going to iTunes and subscribing and, checking out the show. We really appreciate that. We got me in here. I'm Sleep. We got Leo Bishop.
Yeah, she's your boy.
We got the guest host, Chris Caine in here.
Yeah,
It's his third time being on the show, blessing us with his presence. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I'm gonna keep being called guest host. Y'all gonna have to have me to the show.
You making the rounds right now. Yeah?
I'm on my probationary.
You like Max Kellerman?
Probationary.
I'm Kellerman.
That contract still pending.
Probationary.
Skip might come back. No. But this episode is called Mixed Agenda, or The Mixed Agenda, I should say. It's kind of like a biracial episode, things of that nature for those who are trying to figure out what the hell we talking about and what's actually mixed up. We talking about bloodlines, baby. Bloodlines. So, first and foremost, I'm gonna lead off with what made me think about talking about this, or I should say us. It was something I saw on Facebook. Actually, it was I believe the father, which was a black guy, and he has a mixed daughter with the white girl, and he had made a post about it, I guess, showing text messages and things of that nature about an argument that they was having, and the argument was about their daughter's hair.
Okay, so a black guy, he had a kid with a white woman.
Yes.
This makes the mixed kid.
Right.
We all know the mixed kids, the beautiful kids, right? Beautiful.
I think everybody agrees.
Okay, yeah. And then so what happened from here? They had the kid, and what he did is he got her hair done.
Right.
And then what happened at that point?
So he got her hair done when she came over his house, I guess, for his visitation or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And he sent the mom a picture of the hairstyle, asking, if she thought it was cute or not.
Right.
And that's what made the mom just lose it, basically.
What
kind of hairstyle was it?
It was braids.
Cornrows.
Was it the Queen Latifah set it off joint?
No, it wasn't the straight to the backs. It was like kind of.
It was the most nigga-ish of the braids.
the Queen Latifah set it off.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
It wasn't the Queen Latifah.
It wasn't straight to the backs. It was braided from the base up until like a
and then a ponytail or something in the back.
Yeah,
What's
to the top.
With that? That's cute.
Okay. I mean, at least he didn't give her the
The Queen Latifah joint is bad. I don't like that at all.
It's just the Queen Latifah straight to the backs.
That's prison.
I'm 100% black, and I ain't riding with that.
Straight to the backs is more like basic now.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think that they should even.
Leonard.
I don't even think. Right. I don't even think they should get into an argument about that. Let's say she was going somewhere special and things of that nature. She wanted to look extra dolled up. Okay, if you want to say like we can give her a cuter hairstyle,
right?
Then the straight to the backs, I can rock with that. But he didn't even have the Kawhi Leonards, as you call it, or the Cleos from Set It Off. It was actually it was actually braided up into a normal, girly type of
some typical girl.
But the point is, okay, he got her the braids, and her white mother. Because he is a black man, the white mother, she didn't like that. She didn't like the fact that he gave her braids because that's too ethnic for her liking. And I think she even alluded to, she was saying that, well, you could at least gave her French braids. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Right.
Like, you acting like they come from France or some shit. That's just what they call it. Right. But whatever. She was pissed off about that. And basically, all in all, she was saying that she doesn't have to basically cling to or give any attention to that child's African culture or black culture. Okay. Say black culture in America. Yeah. So she wanted to act like that part of her daughter didn't exist at all.
Right.
She said at least if you gave her the French braids, she would still look white. So that was really important to her. So for me, the question is, why would you even want to have a kid with a black man?
Exactly.
And then try to act like that part doesn't exist. Because what I can assure you is
that part's more dominant.
When that little girl go to school and she try to act white, the white kids are going to let her know that she's not white. Right, exactly. They're going to make sure that they let her know. Mm-hmm. Not because they're mean or anything, but that's just naturally how humans group themselves. We look at, especially kids, we look at the easiest thing to decipher from each other. Yeah. And color is the first thing. And they group themselves without even thinking about it. I had a psychology class where some woman in France or something, they did a big test on it, and that's just the way kids group themselves is by color first, because that's the easiest way to do it.
Right.
So when she get into school thinking, oh no, I'm a white girl because my mom said so, when you get there, they're gonna definitely let you know by the texture of your hair, the darkness of your skin. They'll let you know. So why would you want to set your kid up for failure in that way to try to make them believe that there's something that society won't accept from them? You better off just telling them that they black. I mean, scientifically,
true.
they are, because
just dominant, more dominant.
Exactly, the gene is a dominant gene. But like society-wise, that's what they are.
Yeah, they're going to be classified and grouped as black.
So I mean, what do you think about that? I want to actually get our producer in on this. Producer is the only white man in the room, and we like to lean on him for the more on the racial topics. Just to give a white man's point of view. What do you think about it?
I mean, you're 100% correct. I mean, no matter what this kid does in life, they're always going to be seen as a black person.
Right.
I don't care, if it's in school, college, at a job,
right.
Out in public at the fucking grocery store.
Exactly.
I mean, unfortunately, that's the way society is going to label her.
Right.
No matter what she tries to do. I mean, it's just. It's the way it is, unfortunately.
It was just confusing to me because I'm like, okay, so you went and laid down and had a kid with a black man.
Right. That's my question.
Yeah.
Like, isn't that, like, I know you got, ain't that
well,
racist?
Listen, I know where you're going with this.
I mean, it's weird. Like, why would you be with somebody of another race, black, doesn't matter, and then not embrace the more dominant part? I mean, you knew this when you had a kid with this person. The white gene's not going to dominate the black gene.
Right.
So why are you trying to have a mixed baby and then have them portray more of the white side?
Right. Why didn't if that was so important to you?
Why didn't you just be with a white person?
Why didn't you just have a white?
Because you can't say that you like
important to you.
Black men, or then I guess that would say that you don't like black women. I guess.
Well, listen. One thing that I've noticed just from like social networking, Facebook, Instagram, and shit. If you say you catch a white woman saying something that's kind of racial in nature, and you be like, hey, now, bitch, don't be racist. And the first thing they'll say to you is, what? Racist? I got a mixed kid. Yeah. But that don't hold any weight with me.
No.
You know what that tells me?
Yeah.
You like good dick. Yeah. That's what that means. That's what that means. That don't mean you're not racist. Because even back in the day when there were slave masters beating the hell out of slaves,
they still
found their way to that goddamn barn to get that pussy. And they hated those bitches.
Yeah.
Hated them enough to kill them, kill the babies and all kind of shit, sell them off. That's real hate right there.
Yeah.
That didn't stop them from fucking them, though. Yeah. So the fact that you have mixed kids does not mean that you're not racist.
It
just means that you like having good sex, you had sex, and you got pregnant.
Yeah, it's not different from the... I got white friend. Oh, I'm black, or if somebody white and they do something racist, or vice versa, black, and I say, hey, I got black friends. I mean, if you say some racist shit, you racist. It don't take nothing
just like
away
staying
from
up on your hip hop.
Right. It's almost like an agenda. It's almost like an agenda when you do shit like that. It's almost like the out. Well, I can't be because I have.
They'll tag their black.
Like they got a quota.
They'll tag their black friend who's really a white guy.
Yeah, like
right,
status quo.
I just showed everybody the picture, and we all agreed it's not even anything.
Yeah, those were
super ethnic or whatever about the braids. I see white girls, Asian girls, all type of girls with these type of braids.
Exactly. Because he was like he didn't give her the blackest braids he could have.
Those are actually some advanced nice braids. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was expecting some.
I was thinking, pretty fucking typical braids.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Straight to the back.
Nothing crazy. Nothing that would scream like ethnic.
She went off on him.
Point.
Yeah, this is just generic
actually,
girl.
That's above average.
Girl
braids.
hairstyle. If you ask me, I actually have the text thread that he sent. So after he sent the picture, he asked her. No, she responded, "Are you serious? Just wait till Tuesday." I'm so pissed off. So he said, "Is that seriously your response?" ? It looks great. She doesn't look too black, so obviously they didn't have this kind of conversation before.
He a bitch ass nigga.
And then
talking about she don't look too black, nigga. How dare you?
No, he put that in quotations. Just to kind of. I think he did that.
Fucked up
I think
in so many levels.
Honestly, I think he's
What's
doing this.
Too
on,
black?
He done lost.
I think he's doing this on
points.
purpose. No, I think he might be.
Trolling?
No, I think he's setting
setting her up for failure
for a potential custody
setting her up
dispute.
for the L.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so. So her thing was no, she looks black and she is not. I'm taking it out. I hate this shit. He but she is black, unless I'm mistaken and I'm not her father.
Oh, he being sarcastic.
Right.
He trying.
So she said, I don't care what you say. I don't like it, never will. No, sadly, you're her dad, but she doesn't need her hair like that. Then he asked, what's wrong with that? She say it's ugly. My kid is more white in my eyes, not fully black, so she needs that. So she don't need that ugly hairstyle.
What she mean more white? I don't understand that.
in her eyes.
I would think that's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
I mean,
that shit's
She
bad.
like 51.
This
Kind of go
shit's-
back to our last show.
This shit sound like a
I gotta go back
competition
to our
on
last
who,
show,
like
how women
yeah.
think that the kid is more theirs than it is
Yeah,
the man.
it's
She,
even worse.
then she said, I'm taking it out when she get here. He said, your child is mixed, sweetie. She's half white and half black. Her skin tone doesn't affect her race, but ugly hairstyle? Question mark. Is that serious? You sent her over here to me looking like a turkey. Mixed girls don't wear their hair with bangs. Then they start disputing the type of hairstyles, I guess. She said, I don't care if they have beads. I don't like ugly braids like that. Go ahead and treat her like a black kid, and I'll treat her how I want.
I'll
You
see,
stupid.
yeah.
Just leave me alone and kiss the baby goodnight. I won't say her name. And then she say, and by the way, you never had a girl in your sister hair different than my kids, so your mom don't know either. So all you guys can fuck off.
I'm assuming they're not. I'm assuming they're not together.
Oh no, obviously.
Yeah, they
not.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah, because based upon the conversation, it don't sound like they're together. And I don't know, man.
I
They
think
sound
you
like they
need
have.
off for this. Like, why would you
be
even have
okay
had
with
kids
this?
with
Right?
a
Yeah.
person?
It's like, yeah.
Because
This don't
the way
just
that
pop
she
up,
is right
yeah.
now, you don't hide that.
Yeah,
like she
exactly.
is
This
that
is
way.
racist.
Like you knew that when you was having sex
I
with her.
disagree.
Sound
I
racist.
disagree. I don't like when people say that, and they always
I've
be
dabbled
like,
in a lot of white
like,
women
you-
in my time, man.
Man, her
I'm
hatred
gonna
sound
say,
pretty
yeah,
hard to
that's
hide.
really strong.
That sounds
for
kind
a
of hard to
white
hide,
woman.
What
man.
I'm saying though is like a lot of times people, I always hear people like, oh, you laid down with the person you should have known. Sometimes in life, as you know,
Right.
I don't know how it is in other countries, but in America, people hide who they really are, right?
Yeah.
It take a long time to truly know your spouse through and through.
True.
Even your friends. So they probably had the baby like on the third sexual encounter.
mean,
They didn't go through all these different situations to bring out the question. All
Right,
you doing?
right.
You obviously, I think you're not racist because we here having sex. You
Right.
probably listen to rap music. You probably dress urban, whatever the hell that means.
You got a fat farm jacket or
You
some
know,
shit.
some-
She can't dress urban if she
fur.
feel this highly
No,
about
they fat. With the
about
fat-
hair.
with
And,
the
I
fur
mean,
on
I,
it.
No, when I meant urban, I guess I meant modern.
I mean,
I'll
I
take
feel
that
like,
back.
you know, when you're in an interracial relationship, all types of conversations come up. I think babies would be like the number one conversation.
not even
Somebody's
guaranteed.
views.
Check this out.
It's not guaranteed they wasn't even in
if
a
you a white
relationship.
chick and me and you hanging out, and we
Yeah.
call ourselves together, I need you to bash white people with me when we're in bed. You need to be more black than me in order for me to believe it from you.
You gotta prove
You need to
yourself.
bash your own people with me. Help me, man.
It's gotta be.
It ain't gonna be no your side and my side. We
yeah.
both black. I don't
Yeah.
give a fuck how you was born.
Yeah.
You black to me now.
Yeah,
Cause that's the only way this is
and,
gonna
I
work.
mean, in all actuality, if you a white chick and you with a black guy, you gonna take further the L than a black guy. I mean, because
Yeah.
you got more to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, because black people aren't really as standoffish about it. We're accepting to pretty much any race. Honestly, we don't make a big deal out of it. We don't disown for stuff like that.
Right.
White people lose more than black people do in that situation.
Yeah, I had this white girl who I went to NKU with. She was the first chick who ever let me use her webcam. This is when I first got shit popping on MySpace. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had to. You used to have to scan your picture in order to even get your shit on MySpace. But she had the fucking webcam, so she let me, Rob, and a couple other dudes take pictures of ourselves in the hallway, get our MySpaces popping. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always thank her for that. You know, she got my social network game popping early on in life. We talking 2003. But anyway, she was at NKU on the tennis team. She had a twin sister.
Oh, you talked about
Yeah, I
that
heard
before.
And they both played tennis for NKU. But anyway, she liked the niggas. But her sister then was not fucking with that shit at all. And her parents and stuff and her friends. So she would sneak down to my dorm room, get some D, and then she'd be like, please don't tell my sister. I'm like, bitch, I don't even talk to your sister. I ain't gonna tell nothing. So we were doing that. And then, I mean, just thinking about that, like, that's really serious that when you
for real.
can't even hang out with the
It's
opposite
real.
race, or your own sibling is gonna like basically disown you, tell your parents, and we all grown at this point.
Well, I mean,
we ain't fucking kids and
right.
shit. We grown as hell living on campus, and you still have to sneak down to my dorm room at 12:30 at night after your sister goes to sleep because they
It's
both
definitely
room
real.
together.
Remember, we
you know?
went through it in high school. When
Yeah,
we went to
yeah.
Diamond Oaks,
Yep,
we
exactly. In
went
high
to
school, it was like
the
that.
questions we were asked. They used to ask us all types of cliche questions, and
Call us
you
the
know,
posse.
we got called the posse. We dealt with that LeBron James, Phil Jackson. That LeBron James, Phil Jackson. I mean, it's just two different worlds. I mean, it doesn't make anything wrong, you know, on the kids that don't know. I mean, I just take that as that's an L on your parents or your parents for teaching you, trying to continue to teach hatred. But I mean, in this aspect, it
With them
is.
asking, I like when white people ask questions about like
No,
black
these
culture.
weren't regular questions.
What
These-
type of question?
These
was
was, is it true y'all wear FUBU? Yeah. Is it
I'd have
true?
been like, look at me. Am I wearing fucking FUBU
At
right
the time-
now?
at the
I actually
time.
think Chris did have a lot of platinum FUBU at the time.
Yeah. I was cliche. I was a cliche black man. I was a Negro.
And I think did you have braids?
No. One time, perfect example.
You had golds?
No, I ain't had golds at school. I don't know what happened to school. No, like one time we was all sitting together. It was just 4 of us. It was because we were the only black kids in class. It was me, Sleep, my dude Rob, and my dude Ant. We was all just sitting around class talking, and then for some reason, some girl decided to walk, and I didn't have my hair cut, and I don't have nappy hair. I just got pretty much good curly hair.
You got good hair.
I do. You know what I'm saying?
Nice gray hair.
I got waves. My game nice.
You got
You know what I'm
nice
saying?
gray hair.
Hold on, wait.
But hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish the story. Let me finish my story.
You got
I
nice gray.
don't have naps. I don't.
I don't like
This
that.
shit ain't
It's
nappy.
facts. Facts. I
Y'all-
don't know.
y'all
I
sound
got good
real
genes, bro.
ignorant right
I'm
now.
just
Go
saying. I'm
ahead.
just telling you the truth.
Don't get mad.
Go ahead.
He hating. You know what I'm saying? He hating. But we get on top.
Go ahead.
We get on top. I can pull out the waves if I need
It
to.
ain't, that's not my point. Go ahead.
But nah, so you know, that day, Sleep and Rob and my dude, Ed, they was looking real. You know, their hair was cut. Man, wasn't having a
Stay
bad week.
spinning,
And she
you know.
walks up to us and says, "How come their hair cut and yours looks nappy?" So naturally,
That set you
I
off.
mean, I wasn't
He
bothering nobody.
He went and raged.
I mean, I think I had a right. I think I had a right to go off.
White people
no,
don't,
I think
say,
I
had a
don't say
right.
nappy to us.
I mean, and I said, you know, first off, I was more shocked. Like, why did you come up to me with that? I wasn't bothering you. You know, I was minding my business. And so then, you know, she walk off and she hit me with the fucking nigga. And I went off.
shit.
Yeah, I went
she
off.
said
that
you don't
point.
have to act like a fucking nigga.
Yeah, and then I went off. Yeah, I went off.
We all
and,
look
and
like,
teacher
oh,
looking at me crazy. Like
She used to be
like
touching my dick in
Right.
class too.
She
Remember?
wanted the D.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
wanted the
but
D.
you know, teacher looking at me like I'm crazy, and then her friend walk up to me afterwards after the whole classroom got cleared out because, like I said, I set it off. I mean, you want the nigga here,
Nigga here now.
and so then her
Now
friend
I got
come up
time
to
for
me
it.
and say on some sly shit, talking about some yeah, you lucky it was her. I would have said worse. Like what worse can
What's
you
worse,
say?
bitch?
Like what? You already hit the red button. What? There's no other button.
Jigaboo.
I'd have got you jumped out in school. Fucking with me, saying some shit like that.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna.
I remember
I
that.
ain't gonna slap. I ain't gonna go OJ.
No, I
on
said
no
I would have
motherfucker.
got her. I would have. No, listen. I said I would.
Oh, it was threats.
I would
They
have
was
got her
scared.
jumped.
Oh, they
I
was-
wouldn't
they-
have jumped her, but
we
I
was
would
at
have got her
Diamond.
ass.
We
whooped
was
by
at
some
Diamond Oaks.
females.
We were the minority for sure.
Hey, black girl, girls. That's what she said in third B.
Yeah, she
You
did.
know, fuck that.
She said your hair was nappy, and then she called you a nigger.
All right, but pause back to the nappy thing. What I was about to say is
Nappy
this.
roots, bro.
I don't have. Listen, what's wrong with your hair being fucking nappy? If
We
it's
didn't
nappy,
say nothing
so
wrong with
fuck
that.
What?
But
It hurt to comb it.
but
No,
My
you-
mom broke
I didn't
many
say.
of
Hold
those
on, hold
my
on.
shit back in the day.
Well,
when
I
I
never
was a
said
kid.
anything
it
wrong with
maybe
being
it shouldn't be
nappy.
combed.
I didn't say anything wrong with
I
Brush
that.
that shit.
brush it.
Brush that
You
shit.
can't brush no big nappy ass
You
fro.
gonna be
That's
ripping
not
through
true.
combs, but I didn't say anything wrong with being nappy. I just made the pretty much laid it out there. I don't have nappy
No,
hair. For me to be
wait.
called, like there's a
Also-
difference
No,
between
so
nappies
you
and
a
curls.
uppity nigga.
No,
No,
no.
it's
Sleep
nigga.
said some
Kids'
shit.
hair's nappy.
Listen, Sleep said some shit about what did he say? Let me rewind. He just said that. Oh, you was like, I have good hair.
I do.
Meaning, if your hair is nappy, it's
Right,
bad.
so what you trying to
I don't
say?
like that.
Don't twist it. You said
trying
it.
to
You trying to say like
No.
a nigga
Well,
like
we're
you
saying-
know,
Nah.
that
No,
our hair
you
is
said
bad?
it. You said what we're saying is it's a rarity. It is a rarity to see a black dude or a black woman with non-nappy
See, there
hair.
you go again.
It's the truth.
What do you mean?
It's
good.
the truth.
Good hair.
Don't say it sounds
Trained by
strange.
the Matrix
Oh,
to
you
even
cut
think
the
that.
shit.
Can I have my camera?
Cut the fuck. Put the
Ladies
camera
and
on this fool.
All hair that grows out of your head naturally is good hair to you.
We ain't say it was
I'm just
bad.
saying.
Who said nappy was bad?
You indirectly
I never
you
said that.
You indirectly
No, I
said
never
that.
said.
Is your hair nappy?
Rewind this
Is
shit.
your hair
I
nappy?
said my hair isn't
Is
nappy.
your hair nappy?
No, it's not.
Your hair is what? Good, right? That's what you said.
Yes.
Who
yes.
said that nappy was bad? You said good hair. You was like, hey man, you got some good hair. I disagree with
He
you.
said a good grade.
Good. Okay, so what do we call a nappy then?
Nappy is a good grade for people that have nappy hair.
Okay,
That's
what's
all
this
I'm
levels
saying.
to the naps? I mean, what?
Is it levels to the naps?
Like, look,
It's
man,
levels to everything.
listen. When I say good hair, I don't have the issues of when I put a comb through that shit. I ain't hissing and mad and ducking my damn head every time
I
and
know-
brush
listen,
breaking combs and
I know
shit.
what you mean.
That's
I just
facts.
I know what you mean.
Like,
I
you
just
trying
wanted
to you trying to
Hey,
put the
I just wanted to
nappy. You trying to put the
reiterate.
Let me
nappy.
ask y'all
those
something.
out
Let me ask
there.
y'all something. Okay, Tia, listen. Going back to our normal point, Tia Beck said, "Sorry for dropping your full government on this bitch." She said a lot of white women see men, black men, as exotic creatures.
We like a living sex toy. So to
Kind
speak.
of like that.
We
You
a
know what I'm saying?
fetish.
It's kind of like,
We could be a fetish.
and I don't want to say this because I don't know how to say it in a good way, but fuck it, this is the shit I shouldn't say podcast. But it's kind of like a
Chris
step.
already started.
Right. It's kind of like a step under.
It's on me
Look,
now.
it's like a step under animals. It's like, all right, I ain't trying to go full on bestiality,
Right.
but those black guys got big dicks, and they're fucking dark chocolatey skin and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that, and it kind. I'm not saying that all white women feel that way because obviously they don't, but those kind that we're talking about. But don't that kind of remind you of? And it pisses me off. I was at the grocery store and I saw this white family with a little African baby. That pissed me off. Because I'm like, why? What are you doing here?
What y'all doing?
It feel like you trying to go buy like an animal or some shit like that. Like, this is better than a dog. I got a fucking African and shit.
Got one
Out of all the goddamn kids in this country that you could have picked out, you went and got an exotic African one.
It's like Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie good at that.
See,
she
to them,
I don't know if they doing it because they really nice or if they just like, look, I got the new shit. You got a poodle. I got a pull this motherfucker out the burlap sack.
See, they might try to word it in a way like, oh, like I'm extra not racist because I went and got an original black
sometimes
person.
that make you more racist.
Like,
It make you look more racist.
I got me an OG.
Right. Sometimes that shit backfire. When you go to the motherland to go get a kid, you doing too much.
It's like we like Reggie. If you compare it to we like Reggie to them, and like an African dude is like Kush or Dro and shit. It's loud.
Oh, and you got a Thomas.
You showing out.
I got some shit and you just making sounds with your mouth and shit. Like,
some
you got to water it down. I got 100%
real shit.
Oh, you still sleeping with them 85%?
I got some shit that don't even know how to use social networking.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
fuck
no,
all
back
of
to
that.
the text thread that they had. The father said, treat her like a black kid, ? Excuse me, my daughter is half black. She will always be half black. I treat her like a princess, and that's why her hair is done instead of looking a hot mess.
Right.
But you didn't have a problem with making a mixed baby when you laid down with me, did you?
Facts.
He said, my sister is also mixed. She has the same hair texture. Am I wrong?
Right.
Were you expecting to have sex with a black man and have a white baby? I'm confused.
Yeah, they sound like a one night stand, man. They sound like it was some
Yeah,
fuck ups
this-
here.
this
She
couldn't
don't
have
sound
been
like
no
she.
relationship,
She don't
man.
she don't sound like she fuck with black guys on the regular. She sounds pretty fucking
He
racist.
starts shitting on her even more. Like, it's crazy that you can't accept the black half of your child. She's not more white or more black. She's mixed, a beautiful mixed baby whose hair looks great in many different styles. She like, just stop texting me. You got the response you wanted. Kay, leave me the fuck alone. He said, actually, I was hoping you would think it's cute like everyone else does, but no problem. Have a good night. So he kind of killed her with kindness in a way, or sarcasm, because I would have just been letting her ass.
I'm about to
have it.
say, I'm
These
not really
messages would look
with
totally
the higher.
different if this
I'm
shit
not
was
with the
coming from
higher
me.
road of that shit. That's not a
Yeah,
higher road.
fuck
That's
that.
both
That's why I
our
say
My
child.
kids
I
are
think
involved.
he-
I never take the high road.
obviously-
Ever.
yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
There is no high road.
But
when it
obviously, he
involves
put
my
this
kids.
shit out here for
Right.
people to see. So
Right,
I think
clearly.
he
trying to
maintained
expose her,
himself for a reason.
but it's kind of hard to expose. It's still the girl's mom, and it's so much deeper than just a hairstyle, though. I mean, because you know what? If she's that adamant about a hairstyle, think about other things. Like, she's making this seem like this hairstyle can't be changed, or this is a forever thing. So imagine how she's going to dress, or how she's going to make her talk, or who she's going to make her be friends with.
But on some
Like,
real shit, I kind of think that mixed kids have become some kind of novelty to people.
Yeah.
Like, motherfuckers just want a mixed kid.
Yeah, it's like
you
the-
could be totally,
it's like
fully
the-
racist
it's like a trend,
and
right?
not even into the other race. You don't know
Right.
shit about their culture. You don't care about their culture. You just want a mixed kid because a lot of them are fucking pretty.
Right.
So you just want one. It's kind of like a dog and shit.
No,
like
it's
that.
trend.
worse than
Like I
that.
said, it's like a
it's like a
trend.
fancy car. It's like you get this foreign car and you so, it look nice.
Right.
Until the shit need maintenance and you got to spend $400 for a part that would cost $30 for if it
Right.
was an American car or something like that. So this shit is financially fucked up. They got to deal with the pressure of their other family. So it's like sometimes people think, okay, I can get a mixed kid if they have somewhat fair skin. They can be passable. It's a lot of people that come out on the lighter end of the skin spectrum when they are mixed. And you see the girl,
Right.
she was fairly light. So she probably just want to pass her off as if she is a white
Her
girl.
facial
obviously.
features won't allow that.
Right,
When I
was
saw
about
the
to
little
say,
girl
it
face.
never
she
comes
don't
out
look
that
like
way. It's
at all.
always gonna come out. You can tell a mixed kid
Hell yeah,
from
you can
a white
tell.
kid. I mean, mixed kids are beautiful. They're gorgeous. I mean, I'm all for mixed kids. I'm all for mixed interracial relationships. If you can do it, do it. But I mean, I just don't understand why, as a mother, you would try to, what you would call, quote unquote, embrace the white side and not the black side. Because, like I said, that's going to be the more dominant side anyway.
The mother said that her hair is for me. He said her
He should
hair
have said
is
her
for you.
hair. He should have said her
Yes.
hair is just for me and sent her that perm
Oh,
box.
that's fucked up. Oh, that's fucked up.
Just for me.
And
y'all remember that?
yeah, it's crazy. She from Delaware. I don't know if that matters or anything, or if that adds some context.
Like check this out. Look, like on my social networking, Ariel said she's having a mixed baby right now, and the first thing people say is, "Oh, she's gonna have good hair."
See,
now,
listen,
she don't mean nothing. People don't mean nothing bad by that, but they don't know how by propping her up and saying that you're basically shitting on everybody else who don't have that kind of hair.
Mm-hmm.
But people don't do it to be mean. You know what I'm saying? It's just they think they're giving a compliment, but while you're propping somebody else up, you're kind of somebody else on the other side who hair doesn't look that way. You're basically saying your hair is shitty.
So should we just come for a better
what
term of hair? Because I don't even think, like, I don't know. I understand why people, like I just said, even in the beginning, I never think naps are bad. Like, I don't even understand why people like.
I mean, naps are back. You know, Kevin Durant don't give a fuck. Nigga, Kevin Durant, this nigga shit.
He got the Forrest Whitaker going on, the ball
this
spots
nigga, he
and
got
everything.
the 1997 walking around in the hood joint.
And when did that
he
become?
don't give a fuck about
I'm just saying, when did
hair.
that ever become a deciding factor of how attractive or unattractive a person is? I've never seen somebody be like, "Hey man, you just nappy as hell."
Well, listen, I think that's why. I mean, race is an issue in our society, but humans are the issue. Race isn't the issue, it's humans. Because if we don't have race to pick on, we'll find other shit to pick on. We'll pick on grade of hair. We'll pick on how tall you are, how small you are, how fat you are, how skinny you are. We just a shitty fucking race of people.
Why you gotta look at me when you say fat?
I did look at you. I ain't mean that. Because you're not fat.
Hey, ain't nobody know you was fat until 2 seconds
You look like the
ago.
big boss man from WWF.
That's Jim the Anvil. He got Jim the
Don't you
Anvil
like the big boss man?
No, he look like Jim the Anvil Nightheart. That's Jim Nightheart. Okay, all right?
I like that.
That's
That's
exactly
all
who
Jim
it is.
Duggan.
That's
My favorite heart right
that's
there.
Nightheart. That's what that is. But I mean, no, like you right, man.
No,
Like I said all the time, on a regular basis, I say I hate human beings. I know that sounds so crazy because we so fucked
Hey,
up.
this hair shit is real. I didn't even think that the hair shit really affected, like, that white women even cared as much about that. Now, I knew the hair issue affect plenty black women because, you know, I discuss this with black women all the time, you know, that I work with or just throughout the years or whatnot. Like, you know, they have issues with their hair and people get addicted to certain hairstyles and certain ways of thinking, and they think that, oh, this is how I feel because this is how I feel it. No, you've been conditioned to feel this way. Just like we were saying a minute ago, I was fucking with y'all about the good hair, bad hair thing. Of course, I know y'all didn't mean anything about it, but we get so used to just speaking in that way.
Right.
And women, girls, black girls grow up, you know, not really seeing many women in positive positions and things of that nature with nappy hair, quote unquote.
Right.
So they always instantly want to straighten it, and that's what they see on TV, music videos, magazines, and we do live in a predominantly white society, so you will see that from
perm their hair and stuff like
so
that.
people get brainwashed to think that straight hair is better, even at the detriment of themselves and their own scalp.
That's why
I'm gonna give a little bit of history on hair in a second, but all right. So I have a daughter, and my daughter's mother is mixed. Her mom is white, her dad is black. So and obviously I'm black. So my daughter is 75% black. You know what I'm saying? So her hair is more coarse than even a normal 50-50 mixed child because she's 75% black.
Right.
So I'm always careful to make sure that when we buy her dolls with hair that's more like her hair,
right,
rather than a white kid's hair.
Gotcha.
Because I don't want her to think that her hair is less than.
Gotcha.
Like, because your hair don't look like this beautiful Barbie doll that you're ugly or your hair isn't good. Because kids, they totally equate that shit to beauty from what they see on television, doll babies and shit. True. So when they see a little white girl at the school like that, they'll think like, oh, they'll start feeling bad, like my hair don't look like her hair, you know, so I'm not good enough, or, you know, myself. That's how you get a really fucked up self-image, and that's a huge thing in the black culture. Yeah. A lot of black people don't talk about it, and we actually do it to ourselves more than white people do it to us. Yes, we actually have a thing in the black community, light skin, dark skin.
Light skin versus dark
light
skin.
Is pretty.
It's only with girls though. It's only with girls. Guys don't.
Just fucking
You've had beef with light skin guys?
No, I'm talking about far as like we might do it in a joking way, right? We talk shit about light skinned dudes all the time. I mean, I'm talking about as a culture. Like I'm not talking about seriously like hating and being negative. I'm just talking about like joking.
Yeah.
You know, we make I got light skinned friends that'll make pictures, memes and shit like, oh, dark skinned dude do this, and somebody light skinned dude do this. It'd be funny, but that shit come from a small place of self hate.
I don't think
every joke. I don't think it's as serious. There's a little truth behind every joke, but else it wouldn't be funny.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as serious as the dark skinned girl, light skinned girls cliche. Like that's
Well,
pretty
yeah,
bad.
that's
pretty
because
bad.
with females, beauty is a bigger thing
Yeah.
overall.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because dudes, we
Men
can
don't
be
give a
ugly
fuck
as
about.
shit.
I don't
Like,
care if
you
another
get
nigga look
over
better
it.
than me. He can't fuck all the bitches. He can only fuck so many
You
of
have
them.
all the girls.
You gotta
Mark.
be patient. You know, just be patient. You
All right, I got a question here.
Okay.
As the white guy in the room.
The delegation.
Yeah. Now, I want to know if y'all think this is racist. This is something I'm guilty of. I do it all the time.
Okay.
I don't see it as a racist thing. I think it's more of like a comparison of color. You all
Right.
talking about dark skin, light skin dudes. All right. Anytime I go to B-Dubs, I order onion rings.
Right.
And I tell them I want them well done. I want them fucking dark.
Right.
Right.
Okay. If they bring them out to me, typically they always drop them one time, and I have to tell them. I'll say, okay, look, what you brought me was Omar Epps. What I want is Wesley Snipes.
Damn.
Is that
Dip 'em-
racist?
No.
No, because you just tell them you want
man,
them darker.
That's some stand-up comedy shit. That's
Yeah.
some shit Gary Owens can do. Okay? That's not fucked up.
No,
at all.
no, that's not racist
Actually,
at all.
I'm
You just-
gonna ask you. Can I steal that next
You
time?
might want to
I go
modify
B-Dubs?
that. You know, there's not much difference between
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Omar Epps and Wesley Snipes.
I thought they was
level of
related, ain't
blackness.
They both black as hell.
I thought they was brothers.
You know,
That was a
Omar
rumor when I was
Epps-
younger
yeah.
saying they was brothers.
Wesley Snipes, well,
I thought they
Omar
was
Epps
brothers.
is like his color, and Wesley
Whoa.
Snipes is like
Oh.
my color.
I don't know if I'm Epps. That's a little dark.
Snipes is darker than you.
You shitting
no,
on
I-
yourself, man. Why you gotta put yourself?
Snipes
out?
is like purple.
Snipes is gray.
Once again,
He's like Q. He's like
said he
Q
gray.
gray.
once again, I don't mind being black.
Still
Ain't nothing wrong with you being black, but damn,
wouldn't
Wesley
mind
Snipes
even
a damn
being-
shadow.
He-
I wouldn't mind being black.
He forest green.
I want to be
color.
so
don't
black
mean
that
that.
I'm blue.
I don't want that.
I want to be like original man
I don't
black.
want that green tint.
I want to be like black. I want to
You
be
don't
like
want
Black
that-
Matter. I want to be so black that I'm like almost green.
But look, let me
That
hold on. Let me chop this shit down to y'all a little bit, you know, because it's all funny and it's fucking jokes and shit. So it's time to get real. All right, so let's talk about why hair is the way it is to begin with.
Right.
Okay. Now, what scientists say, and scientists, they're kind of smart, you know. They do a lot of research, and they're smart sometimes. So, we all know and we all accept that the cradle of civilization is Africa.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the first man. That's where the first man is from. Now you can feel any way about that you want to. Take it up with fucking scientists. I didn't make the rules, but that's what it is. So what happened is throughout the years and everything, Africans, you know, they were doing a bunch of shit, bunch of great shit, and they started moving around. You know, different Africans started moving to different parts of the country, trying to find new territories and just expanding. Yada yada. Eventually, some made it to Europe. Eventually, some made it to other places, all over the fucking world. They migrated. Now, what happens over to 5,000 to 10,000 years of that migration? The human body starts to change. Your hair starts to change to fit
Evolution.
right, you start to evolve. And people be like, well, how come I don't see people evolving today? Like, shut the fuck up, all right? It takes thousands of years,
Right.
nigga. It don't take
Like that
30
shit.
years and
Like
shit.
that shit
Like, it takes
instantaneous.
thousands of years. Even white people to this day, white people are now a whole lot lighter than they were just 1,500 years ago.
Yeah.
White people were a lot darker 1,500 years ago than they are now. But evolution takes, you know, a couple thousand years. You're not going to fucking see it in your lifetime, idiot. But so that happened. So obviously the group of Africans that made their way to Europe in those colder areas over thousands of years, your body is like a fucking amazing machine. It adapts. So because it's cold, their hair learned to lay down on their necks to protect them from the cold. Their noses got thinner so they wouldn't take in so much air. Obviously, Africans have big nose nostrils, and that's because they're in Africa where it's hot as shit, and your nose is like a ventilation. So the noses had to be bigger so your fucking brain wouldn't fry in that hot ass sun.
Exactly.
Now, on the other end, with the African tribes that moved to Europe, their noses got thinner so they wouldn't be taking in all of that cold ass
Right.
air and killing themselves with cold. That's just what the human body does based on where it's at. That's where hair came from. That's why the hair is different. God didn't make us all with different hair. Like, you like, oh, I'm going to make some white people, I'm going to make some black people, and I'll make some Asians. It's totally based on migration, the equator, where it's at, how hot and cold shit is. I need people to stop thinking like that God made nappy hair, like you said,
Right.
or good hair. It's totally based on where, you know, that tribe of Africans went.
And that's also
why
why
people look differently.
And that's also why white people tend to have more hair.
Exactly. On their arms and stuff.
their
to-
body in
to-
general.
Right, to
versus,
cover them from the
darker
cold.
people, it's not as hot. You don't need as much hair. Obviously, that's going to overheat you.
Right. I don't even get chest
So,
hair.
Me, I barely have arm hair, leg hair,
Exactly.
chest, any of that. Shit, I barely have facial
I
hair.
seen that picture of you on Facebook, man. You got chest hair look like taco meat.
I got a little bit, a little something.
little shiny,
I got a little something.
shiny.
But just to give y'all a little, background on hair and how humans came to be what they are. So that's why nobody can ever tell me that I'm racist or anything. I understand that we all came from the same place. But in this actual topic, we're just trying to figure out, even with mixed kids, do people even think that it's a good idea to have mixed kids?
Some people do. Now, it's some people that's into preserving their bloodline and things of that nature.
Why do you think that's important to people to preserve their bloodline? If they'll ever see it anyway.
To me,
you have a very short time.
I'm not gonna lie.
Earth.
To me, I think it's kind of important. Like I said, to me, and I know some people out there. To me, I want to see my kids look like me. It's weird. I get a good feeling looking at my kids.
Kind of arrogant.
And seeing, hey,
a little bit.
Whatever.
So,
it's a little arrogant.
I get a good feeling looking at my kids and seeing myself in them. I don't know why, but I just get some type of.
But my kids don't look like me, and I see myself in them.
Right.
From their mannerisms to the way they talk to the way my son.
But don't that make you feel good?
My son even walks the way I walk, but he's a mixed kid.
Don't that make you feel good though?
But,
Yeah.
But don't that let
But
you
I'm
see
saying
that has
it don't
nothing to
have
do with
to.
his
It don't
skin
have to
color.
be.
Excuse
It
me?
just it has nothing to do with
skin
his
tone.
skin tone.
It's
Well,
DNA.
it's just him.
I'm
My
mostly-
DNA
so-
makes him.
I
me.
mostly talk honestly. To me, it's all of it. My oldest son, he looked just like me.
Right.
We both the same
Identical.
slim
So
body.
it's like
type.
a mini you. It's
yeah,
like
that make me feel
a
some type
second
of way.
life, huh?
Yeah,
Like like your
on
second
some
chance.
levels that
Yeah.
might be selfish or whatnot, but it do make me feel
It's
good.
human.
So I guess that's a good way to segue into the second part, which would be: do you think people should stay with their own kind?
I think people should do whatever the hell people think they should
Do you
do, as long
believe
as it's
in
not
that?
hurting other people.
Right.
I think people need to keep their goddamn mouth shut if they do think that. What I think is if you think that people should stay with their own kind, you should stay with your own kind.
I agree.
You do that. You
I don't
can't
believe,
tell
I
other
don't
human
believe
beings
in it.
what
I
they
don't
can
believe
do,
in
though.
it at all. I
I
feel
think
like,
that you should stay with your own kind if that's what you think. Honestly, I'm starting to think that it's a lot of free space on this
Yeah.
planet. I think we really need to start sectioning off some of these naturalist people
Yeah, I do
who
too.
want to just not be around other cultures.
They-
They don't want to get along with other human beings.
Give
They
them
just
their
want
own
to. I just
area.
want to hang
Right.
around people who look like me.
Yeah, I feel-
like it's enough space. Just get them the fuck
Yeah,
out of
I
here and let
agree.
them go all the way over there.
I feel like we
do
give them
whatever
their
the
own
fuck they're
section of
gonna
the
do
world,
over
and we
there.
put a big warning sign and say like these
Warning.
motherfuckers don't fuck with them. If
Get
you
them
come
over
over,
there.
you get what you asked for.
Said don't
They
fuck
are
'em
they
or
are
fuck
old
with 'em.
school. They don't want to change. They stuck in their ways. If you go over here, you get what you asked for. Because me personally, I think, like I said, interracial, any type of intermingling, I think it's beautiful. I think it's breaking down the barriers of what this world needs. I mean, because this world is fucked up. I mean, it's supposed to be going forward, but it's digressing. I think it's sad that after all these years and years, we still dealing with simple issues as skin color. You know,
Do you think that the world should just be one race? You think it'd be better if it was just one
I don't.
race?
I mean, I just,
Like in South Park?
yeah.
I feel like it's.
No,
I feel
they
like
got
it's.
black people
I just feel like it's the human race. Even if you put us all, because in all actuality, if you skinned us all, we all the same. I mean, but I just think it's human error, man. We just hate for stupid reasons. We don't like each. Always gonna find a reason. Even if we was one race, it would be okay. You still got height issues, or maybe
Fat, skinny.
exactly. It's always something. Like it's a human error.
Honestly,
man.
I like the fact that we have different races.
I do too.
And I do think that a certain percentage of each race, which they already do. So first of all, I don't think people need to go around really promoting not messing with people of other races, because the majority of people of every race associate mostly with people of their own race. So it's not even anything that needs to be taught. Don't do this, don't do that. Most people, or most black people, men have more kids with black women. More white men have
That's
kids
crazy,
with white women.
though.
It's just a natural fact.
Well, somebody on Sleep's page said, I don't agree with people who date outside their race. They said they're doing it as a form of self-hate.
Now, I can agree on some levels of that. Now, there are certain black people in America that are so beat up and they hate themselves, like we was talking about a minute ago, with certain people that hate their hair. There's certain black people that hate their skin tone. So they immediately want to get somebody of another race. And I see no offense to some Asian people out there. I know some Asian folks that do the same thing. They come to America, they feel like they'll be accepted more if they get a white male or a white woman. And there you go. Now the reasons you do stuff does matter to me. Now, if you attracted to this person because you think they beautiful and you want to hit that, I'm cool with that. But if you hate yourself and you don't want to have black kids because you ashamed of being black, then that is a problem.
Yeah, but that's deep rooted. I mean, I just think
This
like,
shit is very
I
deep.
mean, it is. I mean, I just think like when I speak on it, I just think like if I date outside of my race, I'm not even looking at that. If I see a girl, she could be fucking green. If you sexy and you beautiful, I don't really care. Like, I mean, I'm not thinking of that deep.
Like that chick from Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah,
I'd knock the back out of that son.
She was
Green
cold.
had that.
I mean, it's I don't know. I guess on the self-hate aspect, I didn't, never thought about that, but I don't know.
Think about it though. It's a lot of people around here bleaching their skin,
I just
frying
saw
their
something in
hair.
Jamaica.
Listen, check this
Just
out.
saw something in Jamaica.
Popular people doing this
Hold on.
shit.
Look at how crazy this is. Okay, so you got black people growing up in the hood who are kind of ashamed of being black. They want to look lighter. They want to, perm their hair. And this is black women I'm talking to. They want to perm their hair. And a lot of them will say it's not because they want to look white, but it looks that way. You're straightening your hair like a white person. So that's an issue that the black community has. But then flip it, though. Mm-hmm. The white community, they buying fake-ass booties, fake-ass lips, fucking destroying their skin, getting cancer, trying to be darker. It's like we all trying to be each other, but also hating each other for the same reasons. It's just like, that's some human shit right there. Like, how ignorant is that?
Right. It's funny you said that. Me and my girl was watching.
Like, we all love each other, but we just can't say it. Like, I'm trying to look like you trying to look like me, but at the same time, we're both hating each other.
And we don't even realize how much we emulate each other. Like, me and my girl was watching Bad Girls Club yesterday, and there was this white chick on there. And her name was Winter, and she so really believes that she's a black chick. Like, it's so to the point where it's like, I know everybody in your family, nobody in your family talks or acts like this. All the slang. You've even said it before in your posts, like, a white girl who know more of the slang than you. She giving you the up-to-date shit. It's just weird. It's crazy, man.
That bothers me. If I talk to a white girl and she's like being like, I ain't even gonna say ghetto because I don't like to use that term. Yeah. But I just mean like she's just trying to act. She's taking the lowest common denominator of our culture. And that's what she views as black. Mm-hmm. So she starts acting that way, saying all the fucking slang, being loud and ignorant and trying to fight and shit all the time. And I'm not saying that it's not black people like that, but what I'm saying is that's the lowest common denominator of our race. Right. That is not our race. Right. That's the ignorant people who come from those places.
Like
and you have to be that way living in those places because that's the environment there. But, then you'll get a white girl who's not even from these places at all. Now, if it's a white girl who's from there, I totally accept it. She don't know no other way either. She's a product of her environment the same way that those black people were a product of their environment. But you come from Westchester, and you out here talking like you from Avondale. Right. I can't accept that from you. Because I feel like you, it's disrespectful. I feel like you
taking the most cliche, and it's almost like you being a parody. It's a joke.
Right. It's like you're being a parody of black people.
To act. It's almost like the definition of when a black person hears another black person speaking proper. What's the first thing they say?
Oh, you acting white.
You talking white. Instead
Why
of
you
saying
talking white?
Like you sound ignorant.
Correct?
Like I'm talking proper. I didn't know that the term of proper
listen,
meant
I get that all the time because on my social network and in my other life I do hip hop music. I'm a rapper. So if I ever meet a woman from my social network and it's something, the first thing they say, I would say about 80% of the time is, you don't talk the way I thought you would. Now, they don't know that that's offensive because what that tells me is because I'm a black man and I do hip-hop music, you thought that I was going to be super ignorant, not, know how to articulate and say things the correct way.
Bitch.
Exactly. What's happening, little mama? All that bullshit. Bitch want me to turn the juvenile on the fire. Bitch, I ain't webby. I'm a real nigga. I'm fucking with the college. I'm intelligent. I have a degree.
Then it make you look at the woman like I don't even respect you because you wanted me to sound like you surprised.
You sound kind of let down.
So it's like your expectation was low.
You still gonna let me slay, but you sound kind of let down. Right. That I'm not more ignorant.
You should be more. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy that I'm educated. You shouldn't be okay with the
she
cliche.
Wanted to roll blunt.
You robbing her of her full black experience.
Exactly.
She needs you to be stereotypically black in every way.
I like the way you put that.
In every way.
Yeah, exactly.
That make it more meaningful.
She want to roll blunts for me. She want us to go get on food stamps together. She want me to hit her. She want baby boy. She wanna live that life.
Jody.
Yeah, she want what you call the black experience. She wanna live out what's on television, what's in music. She want that thug love, that Ja Rule thug love and shit. Like, bitch, that shit ain't real. I'm just a fucking regular human being. I know that I'm black, but I'm educated. I went to college. I have a degree. And I swear to God, real deal, they seem let down when they hear me talking in real life.
The sad part is we suffer because as men dating black women, we actually because obviously if you're a black woman and that's what you want from a man, on a guy's aspect like ours, we're not wanting a woman who's going to want that cliche shit.
Hell no.
And it's sad because when we want to go to an intellectual level, if it goes past that bullshit, that's it. Because they're not going to go any deeper because they're They go no deeper than what he just
I
said.
know a chick that got excited that I turned up on the dude because he was being
That's
disrespectful. But it's like, damn, you supposed to be mad because I was out here making the scene instead of encouraging me and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
you know,
she wanted a story.
She wanted you to go to jail for that.
yeah, I
she-
felt
that's-
odd. Like,
she
this
wanted
don't
to
even
be able to
sound. She
tell
was
her
black,
friend.
though, so that made me feel even worse. Like, come on, man. You supposed to be wanting me to do better.
Right, you supposed to be trying to calm me down so I could get up out of here alive
Right,
and not
don't
in
be
jail.
Like,
And
she
shit.
want to turn
me.
up with you.
You want me to jump all the way out the window?
She got the iPhone now ready to scream out World Star. you know it's about the World Star life. You know what it's about.
Yeah, it's crazy though, man. It's like the whole mixed thing is weird. Like, I have cousins that's mixed. I have niece and nephew that's mixed. You know, plenty of family members that's mixed. I've seen it. Now, it is confusing, I think, for mixed kids growing up though, because, like you were saying earlier, kids always identify first. Or I shouldn't say always, but mostly identify first with like skin tone, complexion.
'cause it's
things
the
of that
easiest
nature,
way.
right? So if you a mixed kid, right? Let's on both sides. Let's say you mixed,
Right.
and you live with your white side of the family. Your skin tone is gonna be way darker than theirs. Your hair would be different than theirs for the most part. So most people gonna kind of like treat you different, or even if they not, you're gonna identify. And it might just be a minor thing. Like, I might really be out of juice right now, so I don't have no juice for you. So you got to get water, but you might take it as like, damn, why I ain't getting no juice? Because I'm the black
Right.
kid, you know.
Right.
So that type of thing creep into your mind. And also on the flip side, most of your people can be dark complected, and then you light skinned. Then you get joked on about being light skinned and things of that nature. So you grow up with issues of like, where do I belong? You have
Right.
identity issues. That's why I see a lot of mixed girls, some not a lot, but a lot of mixed girls be sometimes like lost and promiscuous and shit, you know, trying to find themselves when they teenagers and things of that nature. And also boys, sometimes they go too hard trying to prove themselves on either side.
I ain't no
just because
light
they
skinned
feel-
nigga.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
like,
busy.
I got 3 bodies. Like, why do you have one body? You don't
Nigga.
even need to be living this life.
It's almost like some Star Wars shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be joining the dark side. Is you Luke or Darth? Like, it's really like that shit. Like, embrace your dark side. I don't know, man. That
Yeah,
shit is wild,
it's weird, man. I really think that should affect people more so than they really admit. I think most mixed people, sometimes they come to grips, it seemed like to me, with being mixed after they like already damn near like past 25 and shit.
Well,
man.
it's almost like I don't know, man. This whole race shit is really deep, and I don't know how far I want to go because we only have so much time. But people want to be, even self-consciously, a part of the dominant culture in this country, and by far that's the white culture. They make
Yeah,
up about
clearly.
67% of this culture. So the closest you are to that, the better you feel about yourself. It's almost like, and we can even take it from something not so micro as light skin, dark skin, black men. We go macro and say just the history of this country. Now, at one point, Irish people were not considered white. Italian people were not considered white. There was a whole lot of different white people who were not considered white by the English people when this country was first founded. Now, as time went on, they were accepted into the white group. So now you see Italian people, you be like, oh, that's a white girl. Call them all white if they look the same. If they that color, we call them all white. But at one point, they weren't a part of it. Now, these same people are willing to denounce their true culture, their true origin of, where their bloodline comes from, just to be a part of a color.
White
Because white is not a color. There's no fucking white person.
Yeah.
All these white people, they're from somewhere.
Exactly.
They're from different places with real strong, rich backgrounds. But they'll denounce it all just to be a part of that group, which is the most, the favorable, group in this country. And it's crazy. I made a post about it, like, where are you from? And they like, I'm from America. Like, motherfucker, America, that shit short as fuck. The time span of that ain't nothing.
Can we dig a
and
little
honestly,
deeper? Right.
there's nothing to be proud of
Yeah.
in being an American as far as historical culture. This country is full of killing Indians,
Yeah.
Slaves. What? And I ain't gonna say we all Americans. What happened with the Asians and everything? There's really nothing to be proud of there. No. But we all do have a really strong culture before that. And we just all denounce it. Well, not all of us. They'll tell black people, like, why you want to be African American? Why don't you just be American? Because it's important, motherfucker. Like,
right. It's my history. It
exactly.
defines
My
who I
heritage
am.
is
Right.
important. Just
Right.
like you should think your heritage is important.
Exactly.
Your motherfucking heritage could be like some cool ass Vikings or something. And you don't even know about it because you don't give a shit. Because you're just willing to say, oh, I'm white. So fuck what, my great grandparents went through for me to get here. Now I'm just a part of the white group. So fuck you guys. You know, you all are unlucky.
Listen, it's white privilege. It's like we talk about, you know, some people, white privilege ain't real. It's different levels to it or whatnot.
Right.
You can have a privilege or something and it don't necessarily always be like you can see it financially, you know.
They be like, what white privilege? I've been poor my whole life. Like, bitch, white privilege ain't a check. You don't get a check in the first of the white privilege check at the beginning of the month.
But just to the fact, that's just a point. Like, just to the fact that people will give up all their cultural significance just to be accepted for something that they claim doesn't even exist.
Exactly.
As far as, you know, the white privilege. White privilege exists because if it didn't, then you wouldn't have those people denying being Irish or whatever, and you also wouldn't have black people bleaching their fucking skin to become white. This shit is real. It's not people not destroying themselves for no reason.
Exactly.
No, they see some benefit. There is some benefit in it. You know, it might not be equally beneficial for everybody, but there is some benefits in being a white person in America. How could there not be? If
so now
in,
you'll have some Irish people and some Italian people straight call you a fucking nigger, yada yada yada. Like, but hey, remember not long ago your people was getting shitted on by the British as well. They didn't accept you, and they was making y'all motherfuckers indentured service and shit too. Y'all forgot what they did to y'all ancestors, but now since you're a part of that major group, now you like, oh, stay out of here, nigga, get out of here. Like, it's just crazy to me.
No,
like,
that's
so soon you forget what happened with your people.
It's kind of
They
warped.
let you in.
It is warped. They just totally forget it.
No, they deny it. They deny it in a sense, and this is why they have to deny that. And all right, let me backtrack. So first, they try to act like it's not real, but then we obviously know that it is. But one of the reasons why they act like it's not real is to boost themselves up over black people, because they'd be like, "Well, we were, you know, treated bad at some point, and look at us now.
Well,
we're
you were
doing
accepted
good,
into
and,
you were accepted
and,
into the
and,
major
and
group.
your people were still in the ghetto. Oh, no shit. That's what we talking about. You helping my case, and you don't even realize it. You know, but
at one point we were all in the ghetto.
Exactly.
Now you see it's just us there, right?
You got out first. You know, they got you past the red line and things of that nature. They didn't force you to be in the hood and all that. No, the shit was real.
No,
you know.
But do you know why that happened though? So what they will have you believe is that Italians and Irish and, you know, the cultures other than black who were not accepted into the major white class to begin with, that they got in that class by working hard.
Yeah.
Well, no, it didn't happen that way. Black people were breeding too much, and the original just British people of this country, they were not big enough. They were becoming the minority. So they start accepting more of the people who look like them into their group to make the white class bigger than every other class. Because if we're just talking straight British heritage, that's a really small portion of America. Now, if you add in Italians and Irish and Appalachian and all everybody else, now white is just fucking huge. It makes up 66%. So that's why they all got, you know, they got brought into it, not because they were like working hard and shit. Who works harder than a slave? If it was based on working hard, we would have been in this shit.
My whole identity.
We would have been in this shit.
That's all I do.
Work hard for 80 years straight for free.
Hey, that was funny.
I'm just saying.
No, those are good points. Good points.
But I guess, I mean, like I said, I guess it all comes back to, because I guess we was talking about people sticking with their own kind of, man, because that's what we was trying to say. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess y'all feel like you feel like it's a good thing for, as far as reproduction, you want your kids to look just like you.
I think it should be both. Yeah. I think a good percentage of every race should stick to having kids with their own race just to preserve the race. Like, I think
that's in Africa though.
I think having
millions of people
having
in
different
millions of people.
I think having different races around the world or wherever just makes the world a better place.
I agree.
If we all had the same car, it's just like nobody care about cars as much no more. You know
I
what I
agree.
mean? I like
I agree
seeing the beauty of another culture that I don't possess. You know, it make you appreciate being human even more, because everybody not the same. It's like having brothers.
Sometimes
and
I want to be a Viking. They were like super badass.
Right, I'm
they
like
did some
Thor.
awesome
Like,
shit,
we wouldn't even
man.
have Avengers. Wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't diverse. It would just be Captain America.
Well, I guess I mean it's nothing wrong with it. I guess
Iron
I
Man,
think
like
my
Italian.
biggest issue with it is when people make assumptions that when someone is with another race that they're doing it for the wrong reasons, and it causes a lot. I think that's a lot of tension between. I mean, it definitely causes a lot of tension between black men and black women. It's a huge tension. There's an assumption with black women that black men don't want to deal with the black woman because you're dealing with a white girl, and this is coming from a man who is not with a white woman. I'm with a black woman.
I do blame some black men for that though.
I mean,
I blame both.
The celebrity,
I think this is a 50-50.
the rich black dudes,
Like Kanye,
the celebrity black
who talked
dudes,
against it.
they'll talk
Kanye
all, all this shit about
Kanye
being
Tom.
so black and loving black women so much, and soon they get money, they will leave a black girl that
Why
they've
is
been
that?
loving
Kanye actually made that in the
Why-
song.
why
is it?
And when you get
It's a
rich,
I'm asking,
you
I'm
leave.
asking, like,
You
why
just
is-
ask for a
it's
white
a
girl.
status
He did
thing.
it.
Kanye is the
Literally.
ultimate Uncle Tom.
Well,
Anybody,
even take Kanye out the situation.
He's
It's still
the
plenty,
perfect example.
Plenty more examples. I think that what it is a status thing.
What's the
It
status?
is a state.
Okay, once again, we was talking about
Wanting
being
to be
white,
close to
white
that.
privilege. It's like good hair. Some people want good hair. They want good skin. Everybody ain't gonna do it in the same way. Everybody ain't gonna bleach. Everybody ain't gonna.
I mean, but I don't think your woman dictates. If you
a lot of
making
people
money,
think so.
look at Jay
a lot
did
of
it.
people think so.
Jay-Z did it.
But
Look,
Jay-Z got Beyonce. He ain't like
I mean, he
dealing with
didn't get her off of Jay-Z. I mean, I'm sure he had some mouthpiece, but I mean, he was already rich. I mean, and
Right.
I think that was a power move. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think you need to push your woman to the side. Master P did it. I mean, he didn't sell out, or I don't even call it. I hate saying that because it's not a sellout. I mean, I think it's hard for people to believe. Sometimes people like who they like.
Well, listen.
Maybe
Check this out from my point of view. All right, I've dated mostly all black women my whole life. Until I got, I say around 20 something, where I met, my son's mother. I didn't do that for any reason other than the fact that she approached me and she was nice to me, and then we started hanging out. I never thought like, oh man, this
Gotta
white
go
girl,
get
it's
me
an
one.
awesome white. I could have fucked white girls all through high school.
Right.
I chose not to. I just weren't into them in that way. I got to college, I was lonely. She was really nice to me, and we started hanging out.
She had good credit.
No, actually, no. And to this day, she still has really bad credit. I have shitty credit, and my credit's better
hey,
than
he
hers.
on the road today, bro.
I always tell black women, like, because I know they exist, but I don't know any black men who go out of their way not to date black women. I'm not saying they don't exist.
I have
I'm
known
saying
a few.
I don't know any. What it comes down to is black women are not so nice with approaching black men. They expect to be approached first, and white girls don't give a shit. They will come right at you. Hey, I like you. Let's hang out. I want to do this and that
So
for
it's
you. I
not
want to
as-
hang
it's
out
not
with
as
you. I
much
want
of
to
an
spend time with you.
obstacle course.
Black girls, black women are a lot like black men. They're kind of standoffish, kind of territorial.
That's
You
very
ca-
true.
You got to get through that shell with them.
It's crazy because my
That's
girl,
how it is.
Like my girl, she's a pretty girl, and she tells
Right.
me sometimes when guys try to talk to her, and I don't take that as offense. I actually take that as an honor. Like
Right.
I want a girl that guys try to talk to, and she gets it a lot.
Right.
And like the other day, she was telling me, she said, "Man, some dude came up to me and told me that I was cute, and I kind of like got an attitude with him." I was like, "Why though?" I said, "Why did you get mad?"
I don't know.
She's like, "Because I'm taken." I was like, "You don't have that written on your
Right.
forehead."
And he don't know that.
I was like, it doesn't even matter though. I was like, even if you have on a ring, I was like, it's flattery. I was like, you're not
Right.
going. I'm not telling you to engage, and I'm saying, but it's flattery. I was like, you don't have to be angry to him.
That was a perfect example because, like, as a black guy growing up in Cincinnati, I don't know how it is in other cities. They could be different. But I've seen black women just totally tear a nigga heart out at a club
for
or in
saying,
a
"Hey,
bar
you're cute."
or at school. You try to walk up and talk to them like, hey, like, get out my face, ugly. Or,
Like,
you know what I'm saying? You ain't got this, you ain't got that. That shit'll totally turn you off of black women. Like, I'm not setting myself up for that kind of failure again. So now you're more susceptible to talk to a woman of a different
any
race.
race,
Because they're
not
being
just
nice
white,
to you.
not just white.
That's
We
what it all
have to,
come
and we
down
got to
to.
make
You
it
just wanna
clear. We
be
know
around
that's not
people who are
all
nice
black
to you.
women, right? And it's not all black women, but
No,
I
not
mean
at
the
all.
ones who out there, y'all know who y'all are, and y'all know, and y'all probably don't even know when you do it, but it's just a thing that it does happen. It happens when you do try to approach a black woman, or just a general fuck off look that sometimes black women give off. And again,
it's a cultural thing. Like like the last episode when we was talking about like the child support thing and that blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of this happened from when like the government was helping. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Like I can prove this shit through facts. The government was helping destroy the family union in the black community. Right. This was
That was Nixon in there.
this was like around even before Nixon, even before that. But even around that time, that's when they
Slavery.
start helping implement laws. No, so not that far back. But even
That was
then,
the ultimate.
even then, so let's say the Nixon time, child support order, right? Like you said in the last episode, the father couldn't be associated with the family at all if they was able to get benefits. That's the beginning of that. So it's like, okay, I have to kick the man out of the home. More black people lived in ghettos, so obviously this affected more black people in a sense. So we got to start to separate the union. Then negative propaganda. White people are afraid of black men not only because of laws and facts, it's actually because of propaganda. Like backstory, when Hollywood first started, some of the first Hollywood movies was negative reinforcements of them trying to get people to be afraid
Birth of a Nation.
be afraid of black men. So
Yeah.
black men was super weak at the time, so to speak, because they was beat down by slavery, Jim Crow, all that shit. They wasn't going around fucking with people.
Did you know that they had actual camps during slavery? That the camps were only set up to rape black men?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
White men raping black men?
Yes.
Totally.
Like
they were called I forgot. I think they were called like breaking camps. And they would send
It's a psychological
they would send
breakdown.
black men there in droves
Yes.
to be fucked by white men
Just to break 'em down.
in front of their wife
wow.
and children.
Just to totally
So how do you come back to the home
structure
after that? It
Or-
can even be a man at all.
Or they would rape the wife in front of the husband and make her resent him because he was powerless to do anything about it.
It was really psychological.
Yeah, clearly.
So
that's
you
a
fast
breakdown.
forward to Hollywood,
It's on some
and
Negan shit.
they convinced. That's how they got. See, people think propaganda is only on black people. They got white people to start being afraid of black people. At the time, they didn't give a fuck about black people. They
Right.
was like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden,
Fuck outta here.
it went from that to, oh my God, all these. So the movies was about,
They're gonna kill
some
us.
black man raped a white woman. Now all black men is looked at as sexual predators.
That was that Birth of a
That's
Nation
how it
movie.
all started, right? So you fast forward that down the line. They put negative reinforcements of movies, hip hop. We help do the shit a little bit too,
Hell yeah.
with rapping and all that shit on some levels. So black women don't even trust you as much. They question your judgment. Everybody in America question the judgment of a black man. Police, your job, your boss, your coworkers, your subordinates, everybody
Your
that
friends.
yes, everybody,
facts.
and even yourself. At times, you probably trained to question your own ability or whatnot, and it comes from that shit. So if your woman that way, and they giving her money, that's making her feel more like the man of the house. And that's why we go what we go through when you say a black woman act like this, act like that, is because society has shaped them into trying to be like
But
men.
I feel
Shit,
like
man.
sometimes that's almost like an out for black women. Sometimes black women just want to. I
It's
mean, they
real,
don't want to
but
be.
it
I
is
mean,
an
no,
out.
it's a lot of facts behind it. I'm not denying that. But then also, you got to take some human responsibility. If you see, I mean, black women are strong, but then there's a difference between strong and just being stubborn. You know, sometimes you got to know. You got to be in the passenger seat. You got to let a man be a man. And I think that's just. I mean, that's why we don't see a lot of white guys with black women. They want to date you. I think it's some white guys that want to date black women. Am I wrong? I mean, I could be.
You're right. And that's really overblown. Most black men are with black women.
Yes,
Right,
they are.
I believe so. I mean,
No,
The
It's a
majority
fact
of
that-
black men
I mean-
are still with black women. That's something that's super overblown.
I just feel like when they
it's
see it,
nonsense.
I feel like when black women see a black guy with a white woman, they automatically assume, "Oh, you can't deal with us." Why should we have to deal with
just
it? When you
'cause
say
our-
deal, like it makes it sound like you it's almost like you a job.
Well, what
Like,
they say is what black women say, and
Oh, you ain't
by
strong
all
enough
means,
for it.
by all means, black women. I don't mean all of you. I mean
Right,
the type
exactly.
of women who
I
say
hope-
this.
I hope
If
they
it's-
understand
If it's
that.
not
Right.
you, please don't think I'm talking about
Exactly.
you. But what they'll say is, oh no, white women they submissive. They gonna do
Right.
whatever. Hold on, they gonna say they gonna do whatever you want, but you should. Everybody has roles. I have a role as a man of the household, and you have a role as a woman. If you do. You can't play my role and expect us to make it,
Exactly.
because I'm not gonna fight you for the dominant role
Right.
in
Exactly.
the household.
Yeah.
I'm not your child.
Exactly, I'm not your child. You can't treat me like
Exactly.
one. White women are more willing to allow you to run the
be a
household.
man.
Now, a
Just be a
smart
man.
woman knows anyway
Exactly.
that women run the household. A
Right.
smart woman knows that, but a smart woman will allow a man to think he does, because that's really important
true.
for
Right,
men
that's true.
to run the household
about
and
being-
to feel like they are
It's
on top. But a smart woman knows who does everything.
Exactly.
Shit'll fall apart without a woman. We all know that.
Exactly.
But a lot of those women who we're talking about, they're gonna make sure you know that you ain't shit and that they're running everything. And it's because you ain't shit. And a whole lot of black men, they just get tired of it. Like, fuck it, I don't want to deal with it no more.
That dilute the love, even for the ones that don't
Right.
leave or whatnot. It'll still cause them problems no matter how they look at it. And then, like Anu said, you have generations of single independent women teaching women that, and they never get the lesson, and that's true. So that go to speak to like why they not getting the lesson. A lot of people don't even realize this shit. It happens to them. Like I was saying earlier about the hair with the black women thing. They think like, okay, I'm grown and I love weave just because I love it. No, man, you aren't how you are just because you wanted to become this
Right.
way. That's how I was able to change as a man, because I realized, damn, I'm this thugged out ass nigga. I'm hustling, gang banging, and all this shit.
And you was
but,
a Crip.
But it's like I was GD, gangster
Okay.
disciple.
So you ain't
It's
have to-
similar.
you ain't have to do that.
But the bottom line is this: is that at some point you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, "Who am I?
Thank you.
Who am I?
That's all I'm saying.
Why am I this way?
Right.
Am I this way because
Who
everybody
am
else made
I?
me that? You need that
Yeah.
real reflective moment.
Yeah.
And then it's like when you a man, you forced to have that moment.
Yes.
Damn near daily.
Yeah.
You got to check yourself all the time because
Exactly.
we got pride. So we're forced to check ourselves all the time. Women, not so much. You know, and then some weak dudes out here, they willing to lay down for the sex, that they willing to let you think you are whatever. You could be I know some of the worst women in the world get action all the time,
Right.
just because dudes want to hit that, and nobody ever gonna tell her how bad she is.
And
You
can't
gotta,
tell
you the
her.
responsible
She got
motherfucker
confidence
that's
now.
burdened
Right.
to try to get her to see her for who she is. People don't want to look in the mirror. That's I gotta say, look in the mirror. Nobody
agree.
want to look in the mirror, man.
I agree.
And when you biracial, in a sense, to bring it all back full circle, you forced to look in the mirror because in America you gotta choose. America, they gonna choose for you.
That's what I was about to say. You ain't got no
They
goddamn
gonna
choice.
choose for you.
Don't let you be mixed and put white on your application and you show up not white. That ain't gonna work out. Yeah, you don't get a choice as far as being mixed. That's why I think like going, circling back around to wrap it up about the situation with the little mixed girl and her mom. Her mom just needs to understand that it don't matter what you want to think your daughter is. Society has already made her black.
Exactly.
And you just need to prepare her for that life.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't treat her one way in the house and then she go out the house and the world is totally different. That's just not going to work. You're setting her up for failure. You're setting her up for a whole lot of hurt. And she just needs to accept that, the girl is going to be seen as a black girl. That don't mean that you can't teach her European roots. You can't teach her, what your side of the family has done and how great they are. But you can't be just telling her she a white girl and sending her out the house as a black girl. It is she running around telling everybody like, no, what you talking about? I'm white. Like,
You setting your child up for failure. Have some responsibility. It's your job and your responsibility to get her ready for life, and her or him. And if you out here lying to them, and all right, look, she's 6 or however, you don't got to give her the full story now, but you reinforcing this negative behavior in her mind as a child. You need to start building her confidence and seeing the world for what it is now.
Exactly.
Don't wait till it's too late. Then she gonna hate you for it and shit, because she gonna feel like you set her up. And I know a lot of girls hate their mothers when they feel like they didn't prep them with life. You forced me to make these mistakes. And with women, the mistakes are greater sometimes than they are with men.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. And with that, we're going to go ahead and get on up out of here.
any thing you want to drop on us, Chris, before we leave?
Just
Chris
to
Caine.
end it all, black is beautiful. Nobody's saying
What?
black women ain't beautiful. Y'all need to actually embrace more of what Alicia Keys is doing. Less makeup,
Be
less
natural.
perms. Y'all beautiful. I mean, nobody's saying y'all are beautiful. Black women are beautiful. All women are beautiful, but black women embrace that. Tune down some of the attitude so y'all
Nappy
can
is
stop.
happy.
Yeah.
Nappy
And
is happy.
Nappy is happy.
and R.P. Craig Sager.
True.
Yes, sir. All right, man. We're going to go ahead and get up out of here. For everybody who's on social networking, make sure that you go and download or subscribe to the podcast. You can do it at iTunes or Stitcher on
Yes.
Android.
Yes.
So make sure you subscribe, and then you'll get all the past episodes. And if you can't, catch us on social networking, any future episodes will automatically come to your page. And make sure you tell somebody about us as well. That's the assignment for you all. Tell 2 people about this podcast and tell them to subscribe as well.
Right. Grab their fucking phone.
Yeah,
Make
just
them
do it for
download
them.
that
Just do it
shit.
for them. Scroll their pictures
Homework.
too. Swipe to the
I
left.
just gave homework.
True.
All right, we're going to get on up out of here. This is Shit I Shouldn't Say podcast. This is Sleep.
Leo.
And the newest member, Chris Caine.
Oh, you just going to make yourself. All right, and, we're going to go ahead and get on up out of here. So y'all have a great day.